Hello, Detroit Lion fans. This is our eighth podcast in the series Detroit Lions Tortured Fans. I'm Barry Schumer, your host. Thanks for joining me. Uh, I'm the author of the book I Don't Believe It, We're Good, The New Detroit Lions. It came out 2 years ago. I think you'd very much enjoy it. It talks a lot about the torture and why we love this team so much. Anyway, happy July 4th, our country's 250th birthday. And I'm sure a lot of you are with family and friends and having barbecues and drinking and getting ready for the start of the NFL season. Coming up in 3 weeks, our boys will be going to training camp, so it's getting close. Today, I want to talk a little bit about what I think makes for a Super Bowl champion team, the keys to that. I'm going to start by talking about the offensive line here this year for Jared Goff. Obviously, he has to have a great offensive line to be successful. We had that 2 years ago before we lost Zeitler to free agency and Ragnow to retirement. And we really struggled last year, especially toward the end of the season. So this year, the plan is to protect Jared Goff with our left tackle, Penei Sewell, moving over from right tackle, taking over for Decker. Left guard might be Mahogany, who started last year. Our center, we brought in a new guy from the Carolina Panthers, Mays, and he will be the center. He's supposed to be very good. Right guard will be Rutledge, our rookie from last year. He'll probably be better this year. Big guy. And our right tackle is either going to be Miller, our number one draft choice this year from Clemson, or a guy they brought in by the name of Borum. I guess there's going to be some competition. I think Borum's got a lot of experience, is pretty good. So he might either compete with Miller or Mahogany possibly at left guard. So we'll see, but those five players are going to be the key to Jared Goff's success without question. Now, what I believe makes a Super Bowl champion, the keys to winning, are both offensive and defensive lines, your quarterback, and your head coach. Obviously, the rest of the players are important, but those four groups and individuals are the key to winning a Super Bowl and getting to the Super Bowl. If we look at the defensive line this year, obviously we got the rock-solid Aiden Hutchinson at one defensive end, all-pro. Now in the middle, we're going to have Aline McNeil and Williams, a rookie last year from Ohio State. Williams is going to probably be much better this year. McNeil also should be very effective because he's really healthy for the first time in a year and a half since that serious knee injury he had. And he is a beast in the middle. On the other end, we've had a problem coming up with a solid defensive end on the other side of Hutchinson. We're either going to have DJ Wanham has been brought in. I guess he's very good. Or Derek Moore, the rookie from Michigan, who we took with our second-round pick this year. Hopefully somebody can step up and really help Hutchinson out, because if you don't have another strong defensive end, you just double Hutchinson and that sort of solves the problem. You got to have another threat coming from the other end. So we're going to see what happens there. The other big question is who's going to start opposite Reed at cornerback now that Terrion Arnold is gone. It certainly could be Rakestraw, who has been having big problems with injuries his first 2 years. He's only played in 46 snaps, I think I read. And he was our second-round pick 3 years ago. So obviously the Lions saw quite a bit of him to take him in the second round. And we'll see. I mean, can he stay healthy? There are some players that have tremendous athletic ability, proven in college and in pros, but they just can't stay healthy for some reason. And Rakestraw's been one of those guys, just has not played a lot because he's been hurt, shoulder problems, leg problems. So I hear he's healthy right now, so let's see if he can stay healthy. So that's the questions this year. Offensive line, defensive line, our new starting cornerback. And we're going to see what Dan Campbell does about that. I'm sure he will come up with a good solution to all three issues. So I want to tell you about my three tortured fan moments now. We're going to be getting to up to number 24 today. We've gone through 21. I'm going to go backwards again, 24, 23, and 22. And at number 24, I've got the 16-game losing streak to the Washington Redskins in the 1980s and 1990s. That is pretty amazing to lose 16 in a row to one team. But again, the Lions weren't very good during some of those years. I mean, obviously, Barry Sanders didn't get here till 89. And obviously Washington continued that a lot through the 90s. And obviously they killed us in the NFC Championship game in 91 after we beat Dallas. Number 23 is the 13-game losing streak to the Minnesota Vikings in the 1970s. The Vikings used to torture us. They had great defense, the Purple People Eaters. Fran Tarkenton was the quarterback. And they came up with the craziest ways to beat the Lions you've ever seen. They would block punts in the last minute. They would block field goals in the last 10 seconds. My friends and I were just beyond frustrated and how much we hated Minnesota back in the 70s. But yeah, those streaks, 13 to Minnesota and 16 in a row to Washington, incredible. I don't see that happening again for quite a long time. And number 22 is the two-point conversions that Bobby Ross went for in Arizona in 1999. The Lions were down 23-19. Instead of kicking an extra point, bringing him within a field goal, twice he tried two-point conversions because he said he did not want to go into overtime because of how hot it was in Arizona. Obviously, in 99, I'm guessing Arizona had an outside stadium. Now it's an inside stadium, so heat would not be an issue like that. So, Bobby Ross, our guy who was famous for his southern accent and saying things like, "That's embarrassing, and I don't coach him to play that way." We love Bobby Ross from 97 to 2000. Anyway, Lion fans, that's the updated podcast now, number 8. Basically, the title of this one would be Washington and Minnesota Torture Lion Fans in the 70s through the 90s. You have a great 4th of July, 3 weeks from training camp. Just over 2 months now from opening day, September 13th at home against the Saints. So it's getting exciting. Enjoy your summer, and we're going to keep at it.